Hey everyone, it's Patrick here with Tale of Two Gardens with another day in the community garden as we are finishing out our winter season, moving into spring. But until we get to April, we'll be in the Winter Garden Challenge. So we're going to go ahead and mosey over to the community garden where today we add a pergola to the community garden. So let's go check it out. All right, so this took a little while and I am beginning to learn that I really do enjoy gardening and in the afternoon evening situation. However, there is a difficulty with that, is that dusk is a little different. As you can tell from the background, we're in the mountain region. So when the sun goes below the mountains, it is uncertain whether or not you're really going to have somebody or you're going to be able to see anything. And I mistimed it this evening. So you'll see a shift slowly darker and darker and darker and darker. But we're building a pergola. We got a bird cage pergola that goes about 8 feet. I asked my wife to help me out because she is a fairly tall woman and I need arms to hold everything up while we work on stuff. So she's going to help me out. And this is the first time making this one. But by this time we had already built 2 gates and we made a 3rd gate, and I've done enough office stuff and home stuff that we've had to collect together. So we eventually figured it out. But anyway, so this will be one of our last fixture pieces in the community garden. The rest will be fencing, and then we'll be doing a lot of things with the beds. We'll actually get to planting. But any public garden needs places like this, needs fixtures to be able to add some new texture, add new design, and this is one of the new things we're going to be adding because we're able to do ornamental growing up this pergola that actually will go 8 feet. We can do 4 different ones. It's got 4 different panels, so we may end up having 4 different containers that'll have climbers on each of them, and they'll go up those sides. That's at least the hope. So that'll be our new collection that we'll be doing. I look to actually connect with a local construction group that makes benches that we'll actually be using to put underneath it. So we're looking forward to adding some fixtures in there. But this is our last one. So it took a full hour, but for us to be able to build it this evening, and you can see how it just got slowly darker and darker and darker, and that's okay. You always find the time that works best for you to be able to go do your gardening. Like any other habit or routine you want to get into, make it make sense to you and commit to it. And for me, I'm finding that working into the evening in the garden is actually my preference, rather than trying to do it in the morning, midday. Nope, give me the afternoon, evening. Let me do it then. And I'll let everything kind of, work itself out that way. And slowly, that'll get later and later, because as we are now know, it's getting into spring season. That means we're getting more light and more light in the evening. So eventually, this won't be a problem. Or at least I don't know if I'll be gardening at 9 o'clock at night. So we're probably not going to get to that point. But anyhow, this is our completion here for the community garden, for the fixtures. Again, we built it in the pavilion because, wanted to not work in the ground, but then we realized that it got a little tall and got stuck up into the section of the trellises and everything, or I'm sorry, the support system on the top of the pavilion. So we had to figure out where we're going to go and then carry it. So we finally found a little spot that made sense for us to walk around. I wanted to get in the ground so that it wouldn't fly away. So we put it in a temporary space now, and that's where it's going to linger for a little while until we finish up some things. So anyhow, that's tonight's community garden project in our daily garden challenge. We'll be back again tomorrow, back into the home garden, where we'll continue on this weeding project, and hopefully we'll be seeing some really good progress in that. Otherwise, you have a good night, have a good one, and always happy gardening.